Hi everybody, this is Gabrielle with the Gift of Gab, and I'm doing I guess vlog number 2 for life with Hashimoto's. I was gonna talk about something else in my life, like my life experiences I've been going through on this episode, like I told you in episode 1, but actually I'm not. Um I'm actually doing this video. Hmm, my lips are giving me the blues. I'm sorry. I'm actually doing this episode because I went to the doctor yesterday. I went to 2 doctors yesterday. And I just want to kind of give my update because in the groups I'm on Facebook, I never post in there, but I always read what the women say. And I've been having a bad hair week, and I'm kind of like tired. Um, One, I catch y'all up on some small stuff. About 4 months ago, I want to say. I'm not good with counting months backwards from where I'm at now. Mama say July. I got a hysteroscopy. Like I told y'all before, I had 3 miscarriages, and we went to a fertility specialist. And when we went to him, he did a hysteroscopy to go into my cervix to check and see if everything was okay. And from what he could tell, everything was okay. Since that hysteroscopy, I've been having really bad abdomen abdomen pain. However you say that word. So I've been living with it. I told him about it. He said if it's still happening in another week, let me know. I let him know nothing happened. So then comes, let's see, this month is October, so September, August. Okay, so August comes, and I don't have a regular cycle. And so naturally, since I've been going to a fertility doctor, he said I give you guys 3 to 6 months to get pregnant again. And that, if that happens, then we know that everything is normal. If not, then we know that there's a problem. Personally, I don't want to be pregnant. I've been pregnant before. It ain't fun. I know the end result is great, but the beginning part, that sucks. So just making it to 11 weeks and not getting farther, um, making it there through all of the pain that I went through, because of course mine is kind of different than some people's, just because of my issues or what health issues, but just making it to there and then making it 5 weeks again, and having another miscarriage. The pain and then the stress at work and all that good stuff, it was just a lot. So it was just kind of like, I don't really want to be, but I mean, hey, I know my husband wants 2 kids, so I'm gonna try. So we're supposed to be, checking in 3 to 6 months, or just doing normally what we do. And August came, and I didn't have a regular cycle. So with a normal gynecologist, I guess a normal gynecologist, they'll wait till you about 6 weeks. 6 weeks after your miss cycle, I don't know how y'all say it, to bring you in. And with my fertility specialist, he wanted me to come in not come in, but he wanted me to call the same day that I missed my period. The first day I missed my cycle, he wants me to call. So I did. He brought me in. He told me, what did he say? I can't remember what I told him, but I know I said I've taken home pregnancy tests, and they've all said no. And I'm the kind of person, if you go to Walmart has 88-cent pregnancy test. I buy a Sam's amount. Like if you go, I overstock on pregnancy tests, just period. Not because we're trying to get pregnant, just because I don't like having to go out to the store and buy pregnancy tests. That's one thing I don't like doing. So I just would rather just have a collection, and I can just go get one at any point in time and have it or whatever. And so I was taking them like every day, and they were all saying no. So I'm like, okay, well, I just told them I didn't have it. So they gave me the I don't want to say this in case men are watching, but they gave me the sonogram from the inside, from the cervix. Um, but in between my legs. And when they did the sonogram, they saw that I had something called a follicle. When a follicle how they explained it to me is once a follicle gets to a certain size, it's a cyst. My follicle turned into a cyst. And they said that the egg was trapped in the follicle, and that's the reason I didn't have a cycle, because it didn't allow me to. The egg that would have been implanted or whatever was stopped by the follicle, and I needed to get back with them on what I wanted to do. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know what my options are. They didn't give me any options. They didn't tell me anything. So I'm just like, okay, well, all right, I'll get back to you, whatever. So I called my gynecologist, tell him the same thing that my fertility specialist tells me. He brings me in, sees it, says, oh, okay, I see it. It's over 3 millimeters, centimeters, whatever I don't know what the meters are, what the measurement thing is, but it's over 3. And he said it looks like it's popped. Right next to it, like a little bitty clear ball, it's like a clear marble inside me, right next to the follicle or whatever. The follicle looked like a little bean shape. So he was like, well, look, it burst on its own. So it should be, just coming out. It'll bleed or whatever. And I asked him, am I supposed to be in pain? He said, yeah, it's normal to have pain. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take the pain and just deal with it. And my cycle came for 3 days normally, and then lasted 20 days. Both of them, well, my gynecologist, well, they both kind of told me to take, there goes that memory. They both told me to take birth control. Sorry. Told me to take birth control. Now, my husband knows I don't believe in birth control. I believe, this is just me, don't take his personal or get your beliefs. I believe that God says to be fruitful and multiply. So if I take birth control, that is preventing me from doing God. It's like me doing God's job and telling him, it's kind of just, it's a long story, but it's just pretty much me doing God's work and taking away what God would be doing, because, God would allow me to have a child. I can't just force myself to be able to have a child. So I just never, ever, 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 ever wanted to do birth control. So I was like, you know what? I'm hitting day 20 of my cycle. I'm going to take birth control. Because it's not like I'm finna get pregnant or whatever, but I need this to stop. This is going long, and I can't figure out what's going on. I've never had an irregular cycle or anything. So I took the birth control for 2 days, and it stopped. September comes, I have a 4-day cycle. My regular cycle is 4 days, so it's a regular cycle. And now here comes October, and my cycle started, my last cycle started September 8th, and my cycle has not started again. And it's October 22nd today. Something that I think the cycle started yesterday. So at this point, me and my husband are in an agreement that maybe I should take birth control for 2 months to try to get my cycles back right. Because it seems like the doctors don't know and we don't know. So if they gonna get some stuff, we gonna get some stuff. And it kind of sucks to have to try to go through that, but it's aggravating to go to doctors and not get the answers that you need. So we just gonna try to figure it out. Anyway, so I haven't started yet, but I haven't started taking the birth control yet. But since I don't know what it is. I've never had a cycle this light in my life. It's kind of like spotting. Like if you've ever been pregnant and you spot it, that's how light it is. It's really, really, really light. So I don't know really what to do. So we're gonna try this out. I'm gonna find one of the old birth controls they gave us, because I never used it, and just refill it so I can get a fresh one and try that out. But I've been having this pain now going on 4 months since this hysteroscopy that they gave me, and I don't know what to do about it. So yesterday we went to Dallas to celebrate my mom's birthday, and let me explain these. A lot of Hashimoto's sufferers, pretty much thyroid disease sufferers, period. That's hyper or hypo. Get really fatigued, really tired, just really fatigued, severely fatigued, dehydrated, all that good stuff. And that's even if you're taking medicine, even if you're not taking medicine. I, on one hand, do not take my medicine as instructed, but that's just because I've been having bad. I just I don't like taking medicine. So anyway, these medical meds came from me fainting, lack of oxygen to my brain. Real long story. Couldn't talk, couldn't move, couldn't walk, couldn't do a lot of stuff. Husband got scared, took me to the emergency room. Went to the emergency room. They still could not tell me what was wrong with my darn stomach and why I couldn't start my cycle. So moving on from that. Yesterday I go see my endocrinologist. I only see him every 3 months. But in the group on Facebook that I'm on, Living with Hashimoto's, they told me, they were talking about one of the medicines they take called being called Armor. I took Synthroid. Synthroid, I asked my doctor about it. He said Synthroid is just a synthetic thyroid hormone, and Armor is a pig hormone. So I'm like, all right, I guess I'm gonna take that. So I get I get him to give me Armor, and then he gives me Trazodone for sleep because I'm having a bad time sleeping, and he gave me something else, but I can't remember what it is, and the clinic didn't get it, so it was one he was supposed to give me, and I didn't get. So obviously I wasn't supposed to take it. I also went to my neurologist because I also told you guys that I have chronic migraine. Well, I actually went for my Botox. So she did my Botox all over my scalp and all that good stuff. And for some reason, she did one right here. Like she usually gets up here around my scalp or whatever, around my hairline, because you know a lot of the migraines are in my temple really bad. But she did it like right here, which I guess they're there. But that's like where people who actually get Botox injections in their face get them done. And I don't need my forehead, not reacting when I talk. I want to be able to move and stuff. So anyway, while I'm in the Botox room, I had taken a Percocet on my way to Dallas because I had cramps like I was getting my cycle. And so by the time I get to her, which is at 3 o'clock, yeah, I'm thinking it's worn off. So I take a hydrocodone because I know that when she does my Botox, it hurts. It hurts really bad in the front and in the back when she sticks me with the needles. So I took a hydrocodone, and hydrocodone makes me really talkative. So I was asking her questions that I never would. My husband was in there watching it and all that stuff. And so I'm asking her about medicines, and I told her, my memory's really bad. Can you, prescribe me some medicine? She prescribed me some called dementia or something like that. And she says for dementia and Alzheimer patients. And I was excited, like, please give me that because my memory is terrible and I really, really, really need something. Like, I really cannot remember what happened yesterday. Like, I can't remember what I cooked yesterday. I just really, like, when I cook stuff that I've cooked for years, I cannot remember the recipe. And it sucks because I always get to the end of the recipe and it's in the oven. I'm thinking like, dang, I forgot to put that in. And it sucks just not. And I mean, I know people like, I get those memory farts too, but it's not like that. It's really, really bad. Like I said, work, well, when I had a job, like I just can't remember the simplest stuff. Sometimes I don't remember that I'm married. Sometimes I just don't remember a lot of stuff. And it sucks really bad. I'm having a really good day today. So a lot of things are falling into place, so I'm doing really good, and that's why I'm doing videos today. The other medicine she gave me was Valium, and that works for a lot of stuff. Not only just the shakes and the tremors, but since it's a muscle relaxer, it actually does help me with my migraines. Believe it or not, and especially when it's time for me to go to sleep, it's like the best medicine I can take for my migraines. Before going to sleep, Percocet makes me stay up. Hydrocodone makes me nauseous, and Valium works just right. So that's a tidbit if you needed to know. Valium does not work well with cramps. If you didn't know, I thought it would because it's a muscle relaxer, and I thought that the stomach muscle was the one that was cramping up. It didn't work for me, and she gave me Max Out. Max Out melts are a melt that you put on your tongue and they dissolve like one of those soft peppermints, and it dissolves and pretty much within 10 minutes your headache or your migraine should be gone. With my experience with Mexalt, it has worked every single time. And I have a body that does not really digest medicine well, that is not narcotic for whatever reason, or opiate or whatever. It just doesn't, and it gets used to stuff so fast that it stops working after a while. So those were three medicines. For some reason, she forgot to give me the Meta, whatever it's called. She forgot to give me the dementia medicine, and I had to call and get that today. So I'm waiting on that. I didn't get to try the Armor today, but I will try it tomorrow. Once I start taking that for a couple of days, or maybe just tomorrow, if I don't even, if it makes me feel crazy. I just forgot to take it this morning, like I forget to take it every morning. I'm gonna take it tomorrow, and I will let y'all know how I feel once I take it, or for a couple of days if it makes me feel any different or whatever. But that's my update for now. I didn't want to make this too long like my other one. My other one was way too long, and the next time I will give y'all some stories. But as for today, my appetite is the same. I'm still doing 1 meal a day. I guess telling y'all this won't really matter until I start taking new medicine. But I'm on Armor. I was on Synthroid 200 micrograms, and he switched me to 120 of the Armor. Now, this is what I want to talk about. I live in Houston. I'm from Dallas. I go to Dallas to my doctors because I like my doctors in Dallas. I tried to change up to get doctors in Houston for my big stuff, my thyroid, my migraines. They did not work out. So I went back. Don't think I didn't try. I tried. I just didn't find good doctors in Houston for what I have. So the doctor in Houston, my endocrinologist I got in Houston in 2012, she told me I had mitral valve prolapse, which is the irregular heartbeat that I have. I found that out, so that was good. She's also the one who told me I had Hashimoto's. I go to my endocrinologist in Dallas, right? My husband's sitting there, and we're just kind of talking before he comes in. He comes in, I'm already talkative, so I'm just like, hey, doc, so can you tell me, for sure, like, what's the difference between Hashimoto's and just having hypothyroid? He tells me, this is how I kind of know he's a quack. Yeah. He tells me, you don't have Hashimoto's because you don't have a thyroid. We killed your thyroid. Therefore, you don't have a disease you don't have a disease on your thyroid in order for you to have Hashimoto's. I looked, and then I looked at my husband, and then I looked back at the doctor, and I was just like, wait a minute, what? Like, unless the thyroid got taken out, you can't just say it's a dead thyroid sitting in your throat. So you can't have a disease. Especially if the disease is not based on the dead thyroid. The disease is based on the hypothyroid, which is your thyroid being too small, which mine is. My thyroid level was TSH level was a 29. It's supposed to be 0.5 or 5, less than 5 or something like that. It's supposed to be low. And mine was at 29.2. So tell me, doctor, how does a dead thyroid have high levels of being dead? I don't, child. Anyway, so this is the kind of stuff that I go through in my Hashimoto's fighting battle. If y'all know any good doctors in the Houston area for endocrinology, please let me know. North Houston, preferably, because I don't really drive. That's a different story. So just let me know, please. But that's all I got for today. Living with this crazy, crazy disease of Hashimoto's and the doctors that I deal with. Other than that, I'll probably be back. Not next week. Next week I go on a cruise. I'll probably be back maybe in a couple of days to tell y'all how Armor helps me. If I'm down with the pig or not, down with that swine. Um, Other than that, y'all tell me what y'all experiences are with Hashimoto. I haven't gotten to check out a lot of blogs, but I have been, doing the Facebook group thing, just reading other people's stuff. Um, so let me know. You guys have a great day. God bless. Bye bye.